Another pre-show. Pre-show. Plug. Can I do that? Wow, what an annoying podcast. So this is another pre-show plug. We are once again asking people to support our Patreon, patreon.com/candyisdandy, to help grow the show because we want to grow the show.
for the purpose of growing the show, we would like to grow the show.
It's a matter of growth. Yeah, we've got growths. So, I mean, specifically, what we want to do is pay for more advertising for the show with Patreon money, so that we can have more listeners and do this show bigger and better for you. So, patreon.com/candyisdandy for one Dermot Mulroney. If you join at the Dermot Mulroney level, you don't get anything except lunch with Dermot Mulroney, and you don't want that. But at the 3 Dermot level, you will get a hand-drawn picture of you or whoever you want, or your pet, as your or their favorite candy bar. Resident artist Kevin Smith, not that one. So patreon.com/candyisdandy. Help the show grow. And now, time for the show. This is the big one.
I don't know. Are we ready?
I don't know if I'm ready, honestly.
We've only had 2 years of training. Are we ready to tackle a candy of this magnitude?
I don't know.
I'm scared.
We started with Snickers. It's pretty high up there. But then since then, we've kind of like been...
We were young and brave. And
so brave to tell everybody what we thought of the most popular candy out there. And now here we are 2 years later doing it again.
Hey, they say fools rush in.
Yeah.
But did they also know that fools rush out? Because that's normally what happens when anyone says, hey, why did you give that a backstory? We rush out of the room.
We rush out of the room. That's how we do our business.
Yeah. Fools rush in. And this episode brought to you by the Soviet Union. Fools rush in. So, hey, welcome into Candy is Dandy, the world's only candy review podcast, sponsored by Russia.
State sponsored.
State sponsored. And what a state.
What a state.
What a state we're all in.
And what a state Russia's in right now. So this is Daniel, not Commandant, Comrade. Daniel Comrade Zafran.
This is Beto Spetsnaz Sistos.
What the hell does that mean?
That's like the early paratrooper.
Okay, he knows a little too much about Russia. Now I'm a little suspicious this show might be brought to us by
Don't worry, brother. It'll be okay.
Wait a minute. He can do a Russian accent. I can't do a Jamaican accent?
What is
On
this?
accident? When I was thinking about a crab from a movie?
Military operation go according to plan. Okay? Thank you.
Is that what the M stands for in this candy? M&M stands for Milan and Minsk. So, okay. Greg, where are you from? What's your name?
Hi.
And where are you from?
Where are you from?
Because your answer will have consequences.
I'm Greg from a normal place.
Okay. Normal. The only country that thinks that everything they do is normal.
Jamaica.
Oh, I want to take you to Milan. Wait, no, that's Italy.
That's Italy. Greg, as unkillable as Rasputin Gonzalez.
Oh, I like it.
But I wish I wasn't.
Oh.
You know that he was killable.
Come on.
I did the research on L.A. Meekley. He wasn't we tried. We poisoned him. We shot him. We sliced off his big old dome. You shot him in the head. That was it. You got him in a basement and said, hey, you want some cake? And shot him in the head. That's all you did. You, Greg, you did this.
You want to slice a butt?
Yeah.
So they told him, and he's like, yeah.
Oh, yes, I do like cake in my country. You offer Rasputin cake? Hubba.
Generous.
Oh, comrade. My splinko, or whatever Beto said. My splinko's burning. So this is a big episode, so let's get straight into our top of the show.
Top of the show to you, gentlemen.
So, Beto.
Uh-oh. I didn't do it?
That's his new catchphrase?
That's good.
Oh, did everybody practice their moves for the new dance, the Beto Man?
Hoo, ha, hoo,
Ah,
hoo,
hoo, ha. It's very similar to the Charles Manson dance. So in the Crunchy episode,
Oh no.
you get Crunchy. I feel like we can't escape
Yeah,
from
we
the.
can't.
We're haunted by
Why?
this Crunchy.
It keeps pulling us back in.
It's like it's been stuck in our teeth for months. You gave Crunchy a 0 rating.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah, remember?
Proudly.
Proudly.
Yep.
And you thought that it was the only 0 you had ever given.
Yeah. Besides, like that shall not be said.
The unspeakable one. You were wrong.
Really? I gave another 0.
gave
I
another
gave a
0.
Z. What I said?
You Z'd a 0.
Uh-huh.
Wait, you Z'd a Z. You Z'd a Z to candy corn as well.
Oh.
You gave candy corn. So both
Wow.
candies that Greg has picked.
What did you give
Z'd.
buttons?
I think you gave it like a point.
Oh, for the novelty.
something
Yeah,
like
like
that?
Oh,
0.01 for novelty.
Yeah, it might have
Okay.
been something like
Yeah,
All
because
right.
there is a curiosity when you first get one.
Yeah.
I'm surprised I gave candy corn a
that.
0.
We were young back
yeah,
then.
that's not how I feel right now about it.
-0. -2.
What's 0 times 0? That's what I would give it.
I obviously I didn't respect tradition enough back then.
I've been
like I
saying
do
that
for
since
buttons.
day one.
Yeah.
Cake guns, you mean?
Yeah. I would probably give.
But
That's
it's
funny.
cake. But it's still cake.
Yeah, but it's okay.
I would give candy, but like 0.25.
Okay.
I think is more fair.
We can't change the past. What
I
is
know
this?
we can't.
But hear
but
me
I
out.
can like incept it into your minds. That's the truth, though.
Yeah. Don't listen to the old recordings.
He said it on a podcast. It's the truth.
It's truth. Yeah.
Like how I said Milan was in Russia.
I insisted that it was.
I insisted to El Duce.
Yeah.
But we can't change what we said. We were young and
Nope.
brash. We've mellowed. Our tea is low these days.
We can apologize, though.
Yeah.
We can apologize.
We'll do a press tour.
I don't think so. I've never apologized. I can't apologize.
I don't even know how.
Wait, if I apologize, then what are the guys at the CrossFit gym going to think of me? They're going to say, wow, how did you get in?
Were you cleaning the place?
What are you, the dirt that's being cleaned up? Yeah, so you gave
Wow.
a zero.
Did you guys give anything a 0?
I don't think I've gone
Besides,
0.00, like I've gone very close, but
Yeah.
I think I've given more 0.00 stuff than you might have,
Mm.
or lower to 0, but I don't think I've ever given a 0, and I don't think Greg has given a 0.
No, I don't
either.
usually give too low a score.
okay. Would they pay you enough?
Yeah, they don't pay me enough. I'm getting a little money from here and there. I think like if I was going to give something a 0, it's spit outable and it'd have to be those bad jelly beans.
Oh, no. We gave the jelly beans. You and I both gave Bean Blue Soul jelly beans.
But that's
a
not
0.
like a
Yeah, that's like an
real
authentic-
0.
yeah,
That's like Candy is Dandy Universe Legends.
Yeah.
That's not part of the canon.
Yeah.
The main
And it's
canon.
also a candy that they want it to be 0.
Yeah.
Like they want the taste to be
Right.
so bad they don't care.
Mhm.
Weirdly, you had given it, I think, a 0.01 because of the effort, how
Yeah.
accurate they had done. But my thinking is, yeah, exactly. It's edible, so I give it something for that.
Yeah.
Okay.
And those were inedible.
Yeah, yeah.
And
those
Beto
were-
liked that. He likes eating vomit.
Yeah.
I'm into that.
Yeah.
Boogers? Sign me up.
Sign me up.
Yep.
Dirty dishwater? Sign me up.
Ooh,
Ooh,
wee.
wow.
The blood, man.
Do I smell someone washing
But
dishes?
toothpaste? No way.
No
Do I
way.
smell
Oh,
someone
yeah.
doing? Are you going to finish that?
That toothpaste was good. They need to put that in the rotation.
Yeah.
Toothpaste
for
was good.
sure.
Yeah.
They should turn that into actual toothpaste, which I did. I took a bunch of them and smushed them.
Melt them. Yeah.
And Melissa said, "What are you doing? You're ruining our marriage." And I said, "I'm brushing my teeth with jelly beans, Melissa."
Grow up.
I can't do anything.
Yeah.
I can't do anything. I'm drinking the dishwater. I'm eating your old Band-Aids. And now I'm brushing my teeth with jelly beans. What can I do right?
Yep, been there.
Yeah.
There.
That's what it's like.
Love and marriage, am I right? Can't have one.
That's what it is.
So now we're moving right along to a very special segment called Candy News. Wait a minute. A character that we had just talked about is here. Rasputin. Grigory Rasputin, the Mad Monk, is here.
I thought you were mortally wounded, but not dead.
Oh, I guess I have to step away from the microphone. Okay. Hello. My name is Gregory
wow.
Rasputin.
Rasputin, how's it going, buddy?
I just wanted to say
Yes, Dracula.
I spent a little time in Transylvania recently, so excuse me. It's like Madonna.
You came back to life then. This is reincarnated Rasputin.
Well, I did go to Transylvania.
Oh.
I just wanted to say that it was not that hard to kill. I also stopped at Transylvania Disneyland, and I had a little bit of fun with Goofy. Duh. Okay, here I am.
Oh, yeah.
I just want. What did you say? Give me a second while you ask your question.
It's more of a comment than a question. But
Yeah.
you have a mood personality the way a mood ring is a mood. You know what I mean?
I'm kind of like the guy from The Usual Suspects. Whatever I see becomes my voice. And I just wanted to say...
Oh, there it is. I like
Yeah.
that.
I wanted to say...
wanted to say.
I want to say about your blood... It was not that hard to kill me.
There it is.
They said, come in this basement. I said, okay, is there an orgy? And they said, maybe. So I say yes. Wow, this is a hard voice.
It
when
is.
you've been dead for so long.
For so long.
And anyway, they shot me in the head and cut off my dong.
Just for the kicks.
Just for the kicks, which they wanted to use it like a Indiana Jones whip. They were cosplaying as Indiana Jones.
Use it as a whip.
Here's the news. Bye.
Woo.
Wow. We don't get a lot of historical figures
No.
here. That's really cool.
Not
to
bad.
get to
We've had
see 'em.
O.J. Simpson and Rasputin.
Yeah.
Two
Similar.
innocent people.
Two innocent
yeah.
people.
Yeah, two innocent figures in history.
Wow.
Normal sized dongs for
But
both
wait a
of them.
minute. What
Yep.
is this written on this long piece of jerky that got left behind? Oh, no, I'll just read it. So, wow, it's so
Huh.
rubbery.
Yeah.
It's so...
It's so stretchy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's like been pickled for a while.
And why does it also has churro dust on it? Was someone at Transylvania Disneyland recently?
Do you think that vampires have a podcast where they grade blood the way we do
Oh,
for candy?
yeah. And they imitate like normal people.
Yeah,
like,
the normal people,
Hey,
yeah.
dude, I'm
Yeah.
a California boy.
Oh, I'm an accountant at a large firm. Idiot.
Gregory Rasputin. So this one, of course, every candy news is titled. This one is called very well.
Very well.
Very, very
This one
well.
is called Familiarity Cocoa Beans Contempt.
Don't get it.
Yeah, walk me through that one.
Okay. Have you I'm going to coin another. I've been coining a lot of phrases
Yeah.
recently. Have you ever heard the phrase familiarity breeds contempt?
Oh.
Is that one of them book learning phrases?
Yeah, it's in
Yeah.
it's in this book
Yeah.
called
the Bible.
The
Ever heard
Bible.
of it?
Oh, yeah, I
of it?
read that. I read that.
Rasputin's Bible. Have you ever heard of it?
It's a Karma Sutra.
Karma Sutra.
Isn't it? What is it? Kama
Kama
Sutra.
Sutra.
Kama Sutra.
Comma. Sutra.
Kama Sutra. You're thinking of the Karma Chameleon.
Comma.
I am
Not
thinking
the
of.
Sutra.
Kama Sutra Chameleon, aka Sting.
I thought that's what it was.
Different artists from a similar era. So yeah, it's really funny. Let me have Rasputin explain this to you. You're falling under my spell.
I would actually rather read the Karma Sutra because what you do to others will be
We'll
done
have
to
them
you.
to
Yeah,
you,
yeah,
and
yeah.
I'm all about that. I'm all about reciprocation.
Isn't
in the
that what
bedroom.
the Kama Sutra is about? So, according to a study published in the Journal of Neuroimaging, which may or may not be legitimate,
Oh.
the human brain reacts quicker to images of chocolates that are familiar to it than unfamiliar, but images of unfamiliar chocolates elicit stronger reactions. So do you understand this? So familiarity breeds contempt.
now why wish you had started with that?
Yeah.
So your brain reacts faster to something, to a chocolate you're familiar with,
Sure.
obviously, but you get a stronger response, a more satisfying response from your brain by something you're unfamiliar
Wow.
Okay.
Not with Heath.
with. No.
Nope.
I recognize Heath, but I did not recognize that score. So the study showed a group of people strapped up to a machine monitoring their brains images of chocolates they knew and loved, and also chocolates they had never heard of before. And while most people gravitated toward what they knew and loved, the ones who didn't had much more brain activity. What this showed was that people went with what they knew and loved because it satisfied their want reward much quicker and took less mental energy, but trying something new was more stimulating to them. The trial was small, but they hope that the findings can help to understand what addiction does to the brain a little bit better. But to that, I say, once again, I'm not addicted and I can stop it.
I believe you.
Yeah. No, I swear to God, after this episode, I'm stopping.
Yeah, I just need one for the road.
Yeah, one for the road.
Me, Greg, and Rasputin want to talk to you after the show.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh my God, a foursome?
Not an intervention.
Not an intervention. We just want to sit around.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it's in that basement of that palace.
Yeah,
Is there going to be cake or butt?
Both.
Okay, let me just make sure my dong is easily severable and leave my back of... I'll shave the back of my head.
Okay, thank you. Yeah.
That sounds good. That's how I go to every orgy.
Shaved and ready.
Shaved and severable. So yeah, that's a little bit of brain research from this edition of Candy News. Does anybody have a extra parka I can wear? Because they also threw me naked in a river.
Oh,
I didn't know that, even though I learned it like a month ago.
Yeah. And so, do you have a parka?
Oh, yeah, no. It's summer in California.
Oh, yeah. Oh, that explains all of these sunglasses I have on. And these sandals. Cowabunga! Rasputin away!
He's going to run into an empty canoe floating with blood surrounding it. What's this?
He's gonna pick up a riddle.
Yeah.
And it's like the end of Jumanji. And so now we get into the meat of a very big episode.
I'm not ready.
I'm not ready.
You both were very kind to me because you knew how important this episode was to me, and you both purposely didn't pick this candy before, knowing that I had to do this on my terms.
This is your destiny.
But we were on you. We were like, come on, dude.
Yeah.
Because it feels so daunting. Like it's such a... But I did Reese's already, and we did Snickers, and you did... we still... What are the other big candies we have? We haven't done Skittles.
I mean, like for me, my big was like Red Vine,
Nerds
Jelly
was big.
Belly,
Nerds was big. Crunch was big.
Crunch is kind of big.
Yeah. I think that's a candy I've had my whole life, so...
But I feel like like especially for me, because this is another one I was afraid of I was afraid of giving it a 5 if I'm going to go that far, or will it be once again like in a vacuum? Is it that good?
That's what I'm most afraid of for you.
I don't want to look like a fool in front of my idols. Rasputin.
Yeah.
Rasputin and his severed dong. Like two idols. Two and a half. But it's I'm a little scared, honestly.
Okay.
Like if ever there will be a chance that I'm going to give something a 5, it might be for peanut M&Ms.
Wow, okay.
So I really wonder, but can I go all the way? And I'll explain my thinking.
Can he do it?
Can he do it? No.
Give that 5.
Yeah.
So let's get into a hefty history.
Wow.
Like 3 pages?
And I got 3 pages. 2.5. That's different.
Yeah, it's different.
It's like a Rasputin and a half. So, Laurel and Hardy, Abbott and Costello, Simon and Garfunkel, Thelma and Louise, Leopold and Loeb, M and M. The most iconic of the Anns. Who's your favorite of those duos? Leopold and Loeb.
Anders and Cooper.
Anders and Cooper.
Yeah, Anders and Cooper.
So it's time finally to tackle what may very well be the king of junky candy, the mighty M&M. This is a tale, once again, full of family drama and betrayal, befitting a Star Wars intellectual property. We, of course, recall from our very first episode, this is like, I feel like we're at graduation and
our culmination.
Yeah, we're thinking back to our first episode a lot.
Yeah.
The man who invented both Snickers and Milky Way and later Three Musketeers, Frank Mars. So it starts with him. What we didn't know then, much like a certain behelmeted character from aforementioned Star Wars intellectual property, was that he had a son.
Kenneth Mars?
Kenneth Mars.
Kenneth Mars.
Character actor from Malcolm in the Middle and some Mel Brooks movies, Kenneth Mars. He used to live in Granada Hills.
Oh, really?
And I used to see him at the gym.
No
Wow.
way.
Isn't that crazy?
That's crazy.
That is crazy. And I begged him, please give me M&Ms. And he did his German accent. So Forrest E. Mars Sr. was born March 21st, 1904 in Minnesota to Frank Mars, the guy who invented Snickers, and his first wife, but was doomed to a childhood of Halloween appling when he was shipped off to Canada to be raised by his grandparents when his parents got divorced. So not having any interest in his dad's business, or really his dad for that matter, he ended up going to UC Berkeley to study mining.
Wow.
You could study mining? I thought you just mined. I didn't know there was a school for it.
Well, you have to mind your P's and Q's, and then you can go to mine. That's what you go to Berkeley for.
Yeah, you got to mind your business.
Well, he mindered in business.
Yeah.
But he couldn't escape his dad's entrepreneurial gene, and even during summer was working on a sales team for Camel cigarettes, where he would go around to different cities all over the U.S. putting up posters for Camel cigarettes, for which he got arrested.
Wow.
Whoa.
For posting illegally.
It's funny.
Smoking, totally fine. His punishment was he had to smoke 4 packs of Camel cigarette posters. After Berkeley, he went on to Yale, where he graduated in 1928 with a degree in industrial engineering. And post-college, he ended up reconnecting with his dad, who invited him to come work with him at the family Mars company, which is on planet Earth. Just so you aren't confused.
Oh, I'm sorry. I got lost for a second.
Yeah. We actually do go to space a little bit later, but right now we are on Earth.
Okay.
But Forrest was a bit of a hothead. He was unbendingly strict about quality control and notoriously difficult to work with. One time he found a Mars brand candy bar wrapped the wrong way in a candy store. So he stormed back to the factory and threw candy all over the floor from the production line.
Wow.
Dang.
Cool guy.
Yeah.
Super chill boss.
Yep.
And then he sat on the floor and said, why, over and over again. My daddy's going to hear about this. He wasn't beloved, but if you could keep up with his abusively high standards, he made sure you were well compensated.
Oh, great.
Free therapy.
Oh, that's nice.
No, it's the 1930s. You think there was therapy?
There was no, yeah.
Therapy was going to war for these people. But he also butted or caked heads with his dad between Forrest's ideas of taking Mars into the stratosphere, still not in space though, and his dad's reluctance to mess with success. So Forrest wanted to modernize the Mars company. His dad was like, why?
We make money. Why?
We make money. Why would we do that? Eventually, Forrest tried to convince his dad to sign over a third of the company to him that he could use to expand into Canada. His dad refused, and that's when Forrest told him to, quote, stick his business up his ass.
Wow.
Oh, cool.
Right
That's
in
very
the
nice.
cake.
Right in the cake
Right in
hole.
the cake.
Yeah.
Yeah. And in the 30s, he got thrown into federal jail for saying the word ass. So after washing his son's mouth out with soap, Frank Mars gave his son $50,000 and the foreign rights to sell the Milky Way bar.
Wow.
With this, Forrest moved to England in 1932 and started selling Milky Ways to the British under the name they know them as Mars bars.
Yeah.
So that's how we started it, okay?
We did.
Yeah, we did.
Yep.
Yeah.
Anything to get on our side.
Yeah, fight me.
Yeah. Dare you.
Try it again.
Yeah.
Try throwing that tea in the hot water. I dare you. The tea is explosive this time. All of our tea, we learned how to absorb explosives in our tea just so this won't happen again.
We all drink gunpowder tea out here.
And our oceans are made out of flint now. But that's a different story for a different day. What's important to this story is what was going on in Europe in the late 30s. That's right. Show regular Hitler was coming into power. And the precursor to what was about to do, but what was about to do was
What?
the precursor to what was about to do was a little thing I like to call the Spanish Civil War.
Oh,
Was
right.
Yep.
Our old friend.
The
proving
proxy
ground.
war,
Yep.
proving ground. Men were made in the Spanish Civil War and then were killed promptly afterwards in World War II. During this time, Forrest saw British volunteers going to fight in the war, the Spanish Civil War, and he saw them eating little chocolate beads covered in a hard sugar shell that were great for war because the soldiers could have them in their bags without them melting.
Wow.
It would melt in their mouth, not in their trench.
Foot?
Not in their trench foot.
You can't get anything in that trench foot. It'll get
not
infected.
If only they could melt, it could have stopped the infection.
Yeah.
And because fascists are all allergic to chocolate, that's why they brought them. They can't steal them.
Yep.
So these little candies were the precursor to what are now called Smarties, not that one, which had existed.
Scared me for a
Right.
The
second.
British Smarties, which had existed in some form since 1882.
Jeez.
So he saw these. That's also a story for a different day. Forrest Mars saw these and thought, I got to get back to America and
Yeah.
steal this idea.
I can do this better.
I
Yeah.
could do this
America.
the American way, aka better. It's The Office, not Faulty Towers, whatever else they brought to America. And back to America, he soon got, and steal this, he soon did. His dad had died in 1935, and it seemed like he had expected to inherit control of the Mars Company, but his dad's second wife's family took control instead and refused to let Forrest have a stake in the company.
Dang.
But he just had to steal this idea. So he decided to start his own company. But by now it was about 1940, and two things were clear. One, World War II was on, which meant chocolate was going to get harder and harder to get. And two, he needed chocolate. Those are the two things he knew for sure. Lucky for him, the Nepo baby of another major American candy company was also having a falling out with his dad.
Oh.
This was Bruce Murray, son of Hershey executive William Murray.
Oh, wow.
He was upset that his dad was refusing to change anything about the Hershey business.
Oh, my
Wow.
So from rival candy families though they were, Murray
Wow.
and Mars teamed up to create their own candy
That's
company.
beautiful,
Yeah.
dude.
The way they were able to secure chocolate was because Hershey had cut a deal with the government to be provided with sugar and chocolate if they provided candy to the military. So Murray cut this new company in on that sugar and chocolate deal in exchange for 20% of the company. So thus, in March 1941 was born M&M Limited in Newark, New Jersey, M standing for Mars, M standing for Murray, and standing for as well.
And we know it's in that order? Or did they fight
No,
about that?
Yeah.
I think maybe probably in both of their heads.
Yeah.
I think the Mars is first.
Yeah.
I think Murray's first. That idiot. He cut such a bad deal.
M&M's a nice name, but I also think Mars and Murray is a nice name.
It does. They sound more like lawyers though.
Yeah,
if they're
yeah,
Mars
yeah.
and Murray.
Lawyers or a folk band, like a folk duo.
Simon and Garfunkel, Mars and
Mars
Murray.
and Murray, yeah.
Opening for. So they immediately started pumping out their Smarties knockoffs of small circles of chocolate inside of a candy shell that they called M&M's plain chocolate candies. So they're actually called plain chocolate candies. M&M's was the company. They
Oh,
were
wow.
M&M apostrophe S's.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Plain chocolate. Like they have the most boring
Weird,
name.
yeah.
Plain chocolate candies.
It's just a police description.
Round.
Round,
Sexy
chocolate,
boots.
Ooh.
Green.
bounce in my hand.
Yeah.
One of them was a little bit bigger, yellow. I didn't want to say it, but he's
Say it,
yellow.
but it's just a fact.
And
Number
he's-
wise.
And I also didn't want to say it, a little fat. Dumb, too.
Dumb.
So the original colors they came in were brown, red, orange, yellow, green, and violet. And
Oh.
they came in a small cardboard tube like Smarties did. And then Pearl Harbor hit and America got sucked into the war and M&M's plain chocolate candies got melted in your mouth, not in your hand, into bullets. Because of their Hershey contract during World War II, the big one, M&M's were only sold to the military as part of their rations for the very reason Smarties were popular in the Spanish Civil War. They were easy to transport and they wouldn't melt. They also tasted really good. For the duration of World War I, they were only for the military.
Wow.
Like Heath Bar, like so many
Yeah.
other candies we've done.
One or two?
Two, the big
okay,
one.
Okay, the big one.
World War II, the one where the bad guys were Germany. That's the one.
Okay,
that it
yeah.
was.
Oh,
So
yeah,
I know what
yeah.
you're talking about.
Yeah, I know exact one.
Super
yeah.
clear.
Yeah.
And also Italy for a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Super clear.
So, unrelated side note here in 1942, Forrest Mars also helped launch Uncle Ben's rice.
Oh, wow. Really?
Same guy.
Dang.
With great power comes great rice.
With great microwaving power.
90 seconds.
Yeah, with 90 seconds of great power comes a great bowl of rice. Once the war was over, thanks to the guy who once dropped Butterfingers on people, you remember him?
Yeah, I do remember.
By 1946, M&M's were back for sale to the general public, and all those GIs didn't just bring back gonorrhea from France. They also brought a love of M&M. So sales took off immediately after the war. Three big changes happened in the late 40s for them. The first was that in 1948, they switched from the cardboard tube to being sold in the brown packages that they're now sold in today, the little pouches.
Yeah.
Purple got discontinued and replaced by delicious tan.
Oh, yeah. Everyone loves tan.
And the third was that Murray could not handle working with Mars anymore. He was just too difficult.
They had a great thing going.
They had a great thing. He abused him. He threw candy on the floor and he took it. He was just too difficult. So Forrest Mars bought him out of his shares. And now, even though it was still called M&M's, there was just one M from now on. And the company severed their ties with Hershey chocolate. So it's no longer related. Murray went back to Hershey, tail between his legs, but was essentially cut out of the company for his treasonous behavior helping their direct competitor. They didn't want him to work for them anymore because he kind of betrayed them. By the 50s, they were making 1 million pounds of M&Ms a week, with the factory going 24 hours a day. That decade also brought some huge changes that brought us closer to what M&Ms are today. Because they were so popular, tons of competitors started popping up to rip off their already ripped off candy. So to distinguish the real deal from the phonies, in 1950, they started printing a black M on each one as a sort of certificate of authenticity. They adopted the slogan, look for the M on every piece. But 1954 was huge. To start, in 1954, they switched the M being printed in black to white like it is today. Yeah, that's fine. This was also the year they started a TV ad campaign that introduced the world to the promise that they were the milk chocolate that melts in your mouth, not in your hand.
Perfect.
Pretty cool, but then they ripped the world a new one when they gifted to us all the divine, the infallible M&M's peanut chocolate candies.
Nice.
1954. What a year. Woo! They originally came only in the color tan.
Whoa.
To convey the color of a peanut.
Okay.
And Frank Mars, who didn't really seem to care about candy at all, couldn't eat one because he was allergic to peanuts.
Oh my God.
Not that he cared.
Yeah.
I think they asked him once, what's your favorite color of M&M? And I think he said the one that sells the most.
Oh, wow.
And then he threw the reporter on the floor.
Scattered him all over the room.
Your shirt was sloppy. He broke him into 1 million pieces. In 1960, they made things more interesting and started making peanut in red, green, and yellow as well. But in 1964, Forrest finally returned to the king and bought his way back into owning the Mars Company.
Wow.
And so now M&M's got folded into the actual Mars Company.
Okay.
In 1972, the characters first appeared on packaging. So 1972 is when we first see these beloved characters. But then the Russians struck.
No,
Why?
they're always ruining
I
stuff.
know. Who let them?
Yeah, well, Rasputin said that no more peanut M&Ms because it's bad for the prince.
Ah.
This is caca.
Caca.
A scientific study came out of Russia in 1972 that linked red dye number 2 to cancer and fetal death. Panic. Wait a minute. Bubble. Bubble.
Could that possibly be?
It's Rasputin reading a riddle. He's being dragged into the raw water. Tune in next week for more blood in the water or doodongs's float. That's no life's preserver. Panic swept the world and the U.S. banned red dye number 2 in 1976. Here's the thing. M&M's didn't use red dye number 2 for their red, but they knew people wouldn't understand that. So to prevent any confusion and panic and people not buying M&Ms, they discontinued red and replaced it with orange.
Good call.
But then an American hero with too much time on his hands named Paul Hethman, a student at the University of Tennessee, started a chain letter as a joke in 1982 to join his society to bring back the red M&M.
Oh my God.
Wow.
They had found one old red M&M, so they pretended to worship it. They had like meetings where they'd worship it. And eventually the Wall Street Journal did a story about them and they gained traction and it became a movement that culminated in 1987, 11 years since it went away, with the return of the red M&M because of this guy's joke.
That's awesome.
For his efforts, Hethman was given a 50-pound sack of just red M&Ms.
Yeah.
Immediate cancer. But also, the real reason was that by this time, the Russian study was disproven and red dye number 2 was shown to not actually cause cancer. So
It causes something worse.
Yeah. It just kills you. It's just immediate.
Yeah. It's just cyanide.
No sickness.
Yeah, no sickness either.
Yeah, it doesn't. It
No
has
evidence.
Cyanide.
Yeah.
On April 12th, 1981, they became the first candy in space.
Oh.
What? I thought that was Jelly Belly.
In 1981. This was the first shuttle I think I might remember maybe Jelly Belly went into the stratosphere.
Oh, it just didn't go high enough.
Yeah.
It didn't go high enough. We beat you, baby.
We got higher, baby.
Yeah, we got so high. We broke through the sky, babe.
We're gonna have to do some research. Possible top of the show.
We'll see who gets corrected or double spanked.
Yeah, we'll see how many Jamaican accents come out then.
Yeah, how many apologies? Yeah. So they were taken on the first flight of the Columbia space shuttle. So
wow.
top that.
Take that, space.
They were requested by the crew as part of their food supply and were chosen for the same reason that they went to war: easy to transport and won't melt. They were the official snack of the 1984 LA Olympics,
Oh, okay.
M&M's. They were first sold outside of the U.S. in the 80s, which sounds just kind of crazy
Yeah.
that they didn't leave the United States till then.
Wow.
In 1989, the first variety since peanut came out, peanut butter.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Which I'm not a huge fan of, to be honest,
No.
which is weird. They're a little
okay.
too close to a Reese's Pieces for me,
Yeah.
and I'm not into that.
The way softer peanut butter though than the pieces.
I mean, bad to worse. That's the see you in space court. In the 90s, the company felt people were starting to take M&Ms for granted after 50 years of always being there for you. So they had to do something new, something sexy,
Oh, yeah, they
something
did.
Oh, yeah.
animated.
Ah.
This is when those
Gimme,
characters
gimme.
who had been on the packaging for decades were finally given personas. At first, they had commercials featuring anthropomorphic red, yellow, blue, and green M&Ms, with brown, orange, and purple coming later, courting all sorts of right-wing controversy.
Jesus.
Sexy as hell.
The fact that the conservatives don't like her makes me like her even more.
I know. Now she was like a liberal 4, but now she's a conservative 8. In 1990, I don't even know which one we're talking about.
Yeah, I
anymore.
don't know what we're referring to. Yeah.
In 1993, the man behind it all, Forrest Mars, retired from the Mars Company, but he couldn't stay away from making candy for too long because he started a new company called Ethel M. Chocolates, named after his mom, which became successful in its own right. On July 1st, 1999, Forrest Mars died worth $4 billion.
With a
Billion
B?
with a B.
With a B.
Wow.
For
That's a lot of money.
billions. In 1995, tan was replaced by blue, and that set.
It took that long?
It took that long. That set the
Wow.
standard color lineup we have today: red, brown, orange, green, yellow, blue.
Perfect.
Those are the standards. All are meant to taste the same, but some say there is a difference, which we'll put to the test soon. Spoiler alert. They were the official candy of the new millennium because MM is the Roman numeral for 2000.
Oh, cool.
Right, cool.
At this point, there have been over 60 types of M&Ms, with plain and peanut being the most popular. It takes 16 hours to complete an M&M, but the process exactly of how it's made is still a secret. Supposedly, when machines need repairs, the repair people are blindfolded and led straight to the machine
Wow.
and then executed, buried under a pyramid.
Yeah.
And they know this and they still sign up.
Yeah, it's an honor.
It's an honor to die this
They're
way.
kamikaze repairmen.
You get to turn around for 1 second and then
Yeah, they let you look at the gun.
They take your blindfold off for a second and you see, oh, that's how they do it. And then you go straight to the big M in the sky.
Mezzanine.
That's the mezzanine, the
Yeah,
big
the
mezzanine in the sky. M&M for Messiah and,
Yeah.
Yep.
Dial M&M.
and Methuselah. Dial M&M for murder.
Yeah,
Is
that-
that what you were going to
yeah.
say?
Messiah and Mabus.
Who's Mabus?
Isn't that another name for Satan?
I don't know.
I don't know.
Come on, where's my
where's my Satan?
religion?
It's
Hey, come on. We're my Bible readers.
So they also say, as part of the whole secrecy thing, they say that executives wear disguises in meetings with competitors or outsiders.
What?
To that I ask, why?
Yeah,
Like,
why?
Yeah.
What
Who
are
do
you
they
learning?
think they're having a meeting with?
Yeah, what are you learning?
And what are you not giving away?
Yeah.
I don't really understand
yeah.
that one. I think maybe they just do it for fun.
Maybe they don't want to get kidnapped.
Oh, that's interesting.
And then, like, what's the secret to carrot milk?
What's all this then?
I know you work for a different company. What's all this then? The company is rumored to make $35 billion
Jeez.
with a B again a year, but nobody, including people in the company who you think should know that, really knows.
Wow.
It's also rumored that the Mars children, the Martians, who still own the company, are forbidden from selling the company to anyone outside the family.
Wow, really?
But what's not forbidden is for us to give these 5s right now
Wow.
without even tasting
Oh
them.
my God. Just look based on appearance alone.
Based
Yeah.
on reputation. So, okay, so now let's have our Rapper's Delight or It Ain't Right. So
Okay.
you have the the
I have
peanut
the yellow
one.
one.
Can you see?
I can see.
You can see. What do we think of this? I'll show you.
The character is fun.
Yeah, the character's fun. The slanted M&Ms is fun with the white outline.
It's a little tacky, maybe.
The brown one is a little tacky.
Yeah, the brown one is a little
You
tacky.
think the peanut one with the goofy guy is more the guy going
yeah, it's way more fun.
that
It speaks to me.
I recognize myself in him.
Yeah, can I vote for him?
Yeah. That yellow is iconic
Yeah, it
M&M logo. Like yellow, I mean.
Weirdly, but the brown one is the original. Like this
It's
is what it
strange.
originally
But
is.
it lost some of its flair compared to the other.
There's no shade of yellow.
It doesn't pop as much.
Yeah.
The brown
There's
one.
no shade of yellow that looks like that.
It's kind of, I mean, they're coasting for
Yeah.
sure.
I'm surprised they kept it brown and they didn't make it red since the little red guy.
Oh, yeah.
is
He did
the-
kind of take over.
of the plain M&M.
It's
This one's yellow on yellow, so why can't that
tradition.
be red on red?
because they were, it's
The
like
red
the
dye
first child, the
thing.
red
No,
dye.
right.
They don't want to, and they don't want to confuse it with Russia.
Oh,
Yeah.
Of course, they
Of
found
course.
red. Oh yeah,
Dang.
red dye's only good for us.
yeah. Then they stockpiled red dye.
And then they made all those flags.
That's what they did wrong. It's the only thing they've done wrong.
Yeah, it's like, it's like the first child they were so protective of, and the second one they're like, just do whatever
Just
you
do it.
want.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't care.
I mean, I can't separate just knowing what these are and knowing what I want them from objectively looking at the packaging
Yeah.
to make an honest call on
Yeah.
this one.
I think the little characters really carry the crap out of these things, so I'm giving it a rapper's delight.
It doesn't deserve it, but I'm giving it a rapper's delight. I really think they're coasting, like other companies that need to actually grab your attention.
Yeah.
Because it's almost like they could just have a blank package and a placard in front of it that says M&M,
Yeah.
and that's enough. Like that's all this is. It just says M&Ms on it, pretty much. Aside from our future president.
If I enjoy it because the characters are usually sold as like, they're wacky, they get up to
Yeah.
antics, and there's like a little bit of chaos with the characters on the packaging. And it takes up the whole package, like the M&M logo is the whole wrapper.
Yeah.
There's not a lot of empty space. It just
There
feels
isn't.
like as chaotic as
It is chaotic. There's a lot going on.
There's a lot
It's
going
certainly
on.
not minimalist because there's even pictures, like as if we don't know already.
Yeah, but,
there's pictures of them.
yeah,
Which
no.
I guess people have talked about this, but it's cannibalism. I
It
guess, in a
totally
way.
is. Look
Yeah.
at that. He's standing there with a decapitated peanut.
Is it decapitated or is it just like flayed?
Yeah,
Because
filleted.
the peanut's showing.
It's
It's
like
a
war
filleted-
footage.
Yeah.
Kali Ma. Yeah.
Kali Ma.
If they were to make changes, they could never change the color.
Yeah,
of
no,
this wrapper.
absolutely.
No. Yeah, you're
It's
right.
impossible.
The yellow has become more. I mean, brown you associate with plain. Yellow you associate.
Yes,
they can't change
these
it.
That's
shades.
true, but the brown wrapper gets lost in the sauce with all the other candies.
It's not
whereas
enough
the yellow one
contrast.
just
It
like
pops.
you walk down the candy aisle, boom,
Yeah.
peanut M&Ms.
You're
right
never
there.
looking for peanut M's for too long
Yeah.
because it's usually displayed at the front or wherever the eye line is. This is a candy where they keep it in your eye line.
Yeah.
And that color, that yellow, is only used for that and maybe Clorox. But like
And they are next to each other.
They are, yeah, unfortunately next to each other.
Alphabetically.
But
C to M.
your eye will just like, there it is.
Yeah.
I forgot to tell my Heath story. There was someone when I bought the Heath bar to go back a couple weeks.
Yeah.
A lady in front of me was also buying a Heath bar. Isn't that
Strange.
weird? I've never seen someone buy a Heath
Two
bar.
people buying Heath,
Heath
bars?
bars?
They-
They had to call the company.
Balloons came down when you
Wow.
bought the second Heath bar ever. You win a Heath bar.
Ding.
We're going to let you buy another Heath bar.
Yeah. What do you say, Greg? Rapper's delight or it ain't right?
A very hesitant rapper's delight.
It's coasting.
It's
like this is all
coasting.
reputation.
I was gonna give it it ain't right just to be like bold and make a statement, but honestly,
Excellent.
like it feels like the candy is portrayed in media.
Yeah.
The characters are
I was actually thinking about that. The thing I like about this is not the wrapper, it's the character.
characters,
The character
yeah.
just happens to be on the wrapper.
yeah, and I like the characters.
Yeah.
the M&Ms have transcended branding and packaging.
Yeah.
Like they just, it's almost like an essential food at this point. Like
Yeah.
it could literally be in anything and I will want it.
Mm-hmm.
Most of mine fell on the floor earlier.
Yeah.
And I'm about to eat them all. No,
You want
it
some
wasn't even.
more.
a
I think
question.
better of the floor now.
The floor looks more
Yeah.
delicious.
The floor has my respect now.
So tepid rapper's delight, I think.
Okay.
Yeah, same.
So we are going to start with M&Ms.
Yep.
Greg, Beto's going to eat one by one. I think I'm going to start doing one at a time
Okay.
and then do a bunch in my mouth
Yeah.
because that's kind of how you eat them. Usually.
That's how I eat them, yeah.
But I do want to do one at a time. You know what my complaint with M&Ms are? Plain M&Ms.
Yeah.
They smell like butt. Like when there's a lot of them together, they smell like butt.
Yeah.
Smell your cup. Made you smell.
Nah, hit his face.
I
Yeah.
put my butt on your cup. You have pink eye.
I mean, they smell like butt because bad chocolate smells like butt.
Yeah,
Right.
sure.
Yeah.
But I like
But-
it.
Gimme.
Okay, so I'm gonna start with one.
Okay.
Okay.
So this is a big moment. We're eating
color?
M&Ms. I have a red
I
actually.
found a red too.
that does not have an M.
Oh, you got money.
This might be a
They're
knockoff.
getting lazy. It's when it fell on the floor, it loses the right to have an M.
It says F now. For floor.
People should. This is why you need somebody in the factory throwing things on the floor.
Yeah,
when it's
yeah.
not up to
Standards, dude.
Standards.
You got to be the standards.
You gotta be the change you want to see. You gotta pull the tantrum you want to see happen. I'm gonna choose a different one then. All right, I found one that has an M.
And it's not melting in my hand, by the way.
It is not.
No.
This is a good summer candy.
Yeah.
All right, so let's try an M&M. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
I mean,
it's not disappointing me,
it's bad candy. I mean, bad chocolate.
but that texture.
The texture.
It's so
The crunch.
the candy coating is carrying
Yeah.
it for sure.
But it's actually good. Like it's soft. It's
okay.
not. It's not great quality. It's not
Okay.
great quality chocolate. But for mass-produced chocolate, it's good enough, and it's so soft. Like it's a weird
very soft.
softness.
It is
Yeah,
very
yeah.
soft.
And
yeah.
that mixed with the crunchy. Okay, I'm going to do a handful of it because
Okay.
that's how I eat them, by the fistful.
That texture is very nice
Oh yeah.
It's better when you have more.
because of, little pop, pop,
Yeah.
pop.
Pop, 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 pop. Yeah.
But then you're stuck with this like sad chocolate flavor.
Yeah. I'm not a big
like
fan
it.
of the plains,
No.
really.
The plains are certainly not as good as what we're about to have.
Yeah.
But they're still up there for me.
These are more of topping because
Yeah.
trying to top something with the other ones isn't a fruitful
It's harder.
endeavor. Yeah, it's harder.
You know, the thing with like using a peanut M&M as topping, because when you go to a frozen yogurt place that charges by the ounce,
Yeah, that's heavy.
these peanut M&Ms are going to send me.
Yeah.
They're going to. I mean, who am I? John D. Rockefeller?
Who am I, M or M?
Either one. Who's plenty rich? You know, it's Reese's all over again, where it's junk,
It's junk.
but it's elevated.
100%.
It's perfect junk, not elevated. It's perfect junk.
Perfect junk. Yeah.
All right, I'm going to eat some of the floor ones. I don't care anymore.
I mean, it's the crunch, man.
Yeah. The
For
crunch
these,
really
it's
sells
the
it.
crunch.
The texture.
That candy coating is good, but then it's only satisfying for a moment, and then you're
That's why you have to eat so many of these. I'm not kidding. I could plain definitely, but even more so peanut M&Ms. If you gave me like 5 pounds of them,
Yeah. Mindlessly.
it's not like I'm not trying to brag or even be proud of this. I would eat the whole thing without even noticing.
it's hard to stop on
It's
the peanuts.
so it's the perfect texture.
Yeah.
And it releases something so nice in my
Yeah.
brain.
Yeah.
Like it also has like memories, and you know, that one time I ate them off the floor. That's a good memory.
I'll remember that forever.
Are we ready?
Well, okay, let me have some potato bread to give it its fair shot for the
Okay.
peanut M&M. I want this to be a perfect experience for everybody.
Yeah.
And for that reason, it's good. Like we're going to all go to bite it, and it's going to chip all of our teeth.
Yeah.
Our noses are going to start bleeding.
Mine are like covered in like they're just like a bunch of ants and spiders inside.
Mine's gonna have no peanut in
I know.
the
Peanut
I know.
inside, yeah.
Oh no, this is the one batch that just has air.
Oh yeah, let me get some water too.
Yeah.
Let's have our bodies be. We've potato bread
Cleanse.
in. We are ready for this.
Cleanse my chest.
It is now time to try what might be my first 5. I can't believe I'm hyping it up. This is
You
Reese's
are
all
really
over again.
hyping it up.
What colors do you have? Or what color are you going with?
I'm trying to find a really nice M. So, you know what? A yellow one because it's peanut M&M.
I don't think I have a yellow one.
I have
This one does not have an M.
Mine
It has an N.
Mine has an N on it also.
How dare they?
you going yellow each one?
I'm going yellow.
Okay.
I
doing
have a
yellow.
brown one. I don't have a yellow, but I'm
I'm
just
going to
going
do
brown.
orange
Okay.
just
Yeah,
to diversify.
Actually, this one looks like a small peanut. I'm switching it up to a nice
You
big
know what?
boy.
We're getting too precious about
We
this. We're
are.
putting too much pressure on this M&M.
I know,
this
poor
little
M&M.
egg.
But I want a big M&M.
Yeah.
I want
Peanut
a blue.
M&M.
I want a blue. I want a big
Okay.
blue.
All right.
Okay.
I want yours, actually.
Give me yours.
If
What
you
are you
don't like
doing?
it, it's because you ate the wrong color, actually. Okay, let's
All
do
right,
this.
let's do
Okay.
it. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
See?
That peanut.
So you get the satisfying crunch on the outside, and then guess what? You get it again on the inside.
Mm-hmm.
That is what differentiates.
And the chocolate is a complement to the other two.
Exactly.
Not the forerunner.
This is a peanut dominant flavor.
Yeah. And
Peanut
the
dominant,
creaminess.
very little chocolate, which could be a knock against it, but it's not in this situation.
No, because it's bad chocolate. You don't want to taste it anyways. So
highest quality peanut.
I think a good candy, like a
The
cocktail.
ones that the cows wouldn't eat, and they just give it to us in candy. What?
I think a good candy like cocktail needs 3 ingredients at least to operate. I think
Yeah,
that's
there's something to that.
The Trinity.
the Trinity. Yeah,
Yeah.
and I think a candy that's
Oh my
just
God,
2
is this divine?
It is.
is this divinity? Yeah.
I'm gonna have a few in my mouth.
I really like to one at a time these.
You're
Yeah,
right.
me
It's
too.
better one at a time.
Yeah.
Oh man,
It's just thoughtful paced candy because just one at a time.
Yeah.
it leaves you wanting so much more.
Yeah,
Oh yeah, and you just they're
and they're
keep
there for
popping.
you. Yeah,
And it's good every time.
Oh man, I think I don't know. Something big might happen.
Damn.
If not this,
Yeah.
what else am I going to give a 5?
look,
But don't give a 5 just to give a 5.
Yeah,
You're right. You're right.
Come
You're right.
on,
You're
bro.
right. You're right.
think
Okay,
about it.
I'll give you
Yeah.
0. You're right. I hate it. My taste is bad, and I'm a stupid fat pig.
Hey, I knew it.
Oh man, it's just the perfect texture.
I wish I could be eating this
Yeah.
for the first time again.
And look, you just did.
What is that?
His face melts.
Yeah.
Man, that is
Yeah.
so good. Okay, but it's peanut butter cups all over again. This is junk. It's not there is probably maybe the perfect version, like, oh, I made my homemade version
Oh yeah.
of a peanut M&M. It's the best chocolate you've ever had. It's the best peanut you've ever had.
Yeah.
It's the best M you've ever seen.
I mean, the really the only thing separating this from perfection in my mind is the quality of that chocolate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They hit
That's
it out of the park with the shell. And
That's
the peanut
exactly my issue.
is a peanut that I understand, unlike freaking Boston baked beans.
Right.
And it gives you what you want, a nice peanut flavor and that nice peanut crunch.
Yeah.
I'm not kidding. I would eat these until I literally die.
Yeah.
They're so poppable.
And each time you eat
As
one,
Greg won't stop popping them.
the experience is like refreshed. So you just keep
It doesn't
popping.
get boring.
No.
There's something about the ratio that it's just right. Like it's just missing the right amount of something. I
Yeah.
want you more for a next one.
Yeah.
It's just right.
It's all the best qualities of the peanut
Man.
with candy on top
Yeah.
and just a little bit of chocolate. Like it's a perfect ratio, perfect combination.
I only have 2 left and I'm upset.
Oh yeah, I got a whole cup, baby.
Can I have yours?
Nope.
Not a
I have
single
yours,
one.
Greg?
That is my last one.
Can I have it? Okay.
All right. We locking
Wait,
in?
Yeah.
Before I'm not locked in. Let's talk about. So I got these
Oh,
again.
yeah.
I got the same deal. It was 75 cents each.
Yeah.
Normally $1.25 at Ralph's.
That's
a
great
pretty good deal.
for like the standard size bag.
Yeah, the standard size bag. Even
Yeah.
the movie size boxes were like maybe $1.50, and you get
Okay.
a little bit more.
The way to go is those resealable like
that's a dangerous way to go. But
it
yes, it is the way to go.
There's no point to have a resealable.
No, yeah.
because I will finish it.
Yeah, what I do is I take a scissor and
Yeah.
cut underneath the resealable part. The best way to go is to go to Costco, where they come in like a peanut butter pretzel
yes.
tub.
Yep. Oh,
That
man.
is the best way to go is to go to the factory and just
Yeah.
live in.
Yeah, live in the factory. It'd be the Phantom of the M&M factory.
Yep.
Okay.
M&M, M&M.
Peanut and a little bit of plain. Too. You know they sell bags that are a mixture of plain and peanut now.
Why?
like that.
Yeah, why would you do that? Why would you water down your peanut M&Ms?
Water down the
I
experience.
know we're all in agreement, but how dare you?
How dare you?
Okay, so let's write this down. So let's do both of them. Plain
Yeah,
is its
one
own
and
score.
one.
One
Yeah,
and one.
yeah,
Plain
yeah.
is
No,
its
yeah,
own
I
score.
agree.
Peanut. I need a second.
Okay.
I'm good.
I need a second. Plain, I think I know.
Plain for him is a 5.
Yeah.
Plain is a 5. That's
Yeah. No question.
But is a peanut the one I like better?
A peanut
5?
is a 6. For in Candy Daddy history,
A whole new scoring system.
I had to do math to figure out how high I can get a score to go.
What's the biggest number I can think of? 6? Oh my god.
I like watching you struggle.
Yeah. Especially knowing because I know your score already.
But okay, I don't want to be influenced by you, but
Dude, call
call a friend.
phone a friend. Don't. I know you love peanut M&Ms, but try to be a little objective.
Try to be objective. You're right. Okay. It's people are going to hate me for this, but you're right. I want to be objective.
Okay.
I'm thinking of Alex.
Is he a peanut fan or an M&M fan? Or
He
what?
is, but I think he will. I think there are people who listen. Alex, not. Hey, Alex, how are you going? How's it going?
Hey, Alex, what's up, bro?
Not Alex included in that. Who I think would take offense to my reasoning for this.
Uh-oh.
So, all right, everyone locked in here for
Yeah,
plain
I'm locked
and
in.
peanut. So
Yeah.
we'll go to the left of me. Greg, let us know. Start with plain.
For plain, not a lot going on. Never really been a big fan. I'm going to give it a 2.
Okay, that's too low.
Oh, that's not low enough.
Wow.
It is just doesn't do it for me.
Wow.
It's a little.
I'm insulted. Beto's insulted too.
It's a little akin to. It's better than, but a little bit akin to Reese's Pieces to me. It's just like it's too small. The insides pack too much of a punch that is not good. Not a big fan. I do eat them though, but
you gave a Heath bar higher than a
because
than
it
a plain
deserves
M&M?
a higher score.
That is crazy to me.
Than a plain M&M?
Alex, have words with him. Don't have words with me. Have words with him about
Let me make it up to you.
Yeah.
Okay. Peanut.
5.
What?
Yes.
Yeah.
You made it up to me. You made it up to me.
Absolutely untouchably good. I ate a whole thing mindlessly, the kind of way I like to eat candy.
Yeah.
Like you said, every single one built upon the last one.
Yeah.
Like it just like built a mountain of the taste in my mouth, and it got better.
Set expectation, exceeded. Set, exceeded.
Exactly, yeah.
The expectations are crushing me.
Not a goddamn thing wrong with it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, you made it up. You did make it up to me. But yeah, no,
Also, the best M&M. All the other ones are fraudulent.
Yeah,
I tried. The pretzel is
the pretzel's the best runner.
Interesting. Yeah,
there's one that are fun, and it is interesting, but none of them touch peanut M&M.
This is God tier.
Yeah,
God tier candy.
It is, and that's why it's the Holy Trinity.
Exactly. So the regular plain M&M. The only thing it has going for it,
how good it is.
thing is
Right,
the
Greg?
candy coating.
Yeah, the candy coating.
Once you get rid of that candy coating, it's just a sad, boring, doesn't taste good chocolate. It is soft. It has a unique softness
Wait a minute,
to
I blacked out for a second. What you gave? Wait, how many 5s did you give it?
Oh, there's a 5 in the score.
It's under a fraction sign.
Another strike against M&Ms is we have so many variations.
Yeah.
Why do you need to go plain? If the emphasis is not melting, don't carry it in your purse with you.
You say that now. When you're fighting Russia in 2 years,
Oh my God.
you'll be begging for plain M&Ms.
Fun fact, M&Ms still exist in MREs.
Really?
Whoa.
Yep.
Still
Like
there.
branded M&Ms, not a
Branded
knockoff.
M&Ms, not a knockoff. You can find peanut and plain.
Are they wearing fatigues?
They are fatigued.
They have little lines in their eyes, which means PTSD.
Battle worn,
Yeah,
yeah.
battle scarred.
The brown one,
Shell shock.
The brown one is coming out of the swamp like in Apocalypse Now.
Candy shell shock.
Oh man.
Crunchfoot.
Yeah, Crunchfoot. Yeah,
Crunchfoot.
Crunchfoot. Oh, Crunchfoot.
So plain peanut M&Ms. If you want to eat chocolate, just eat a better chocolate bar.
Yeah.
All right.
Again, the only thing that carries it in my book, candy coating, which is why I didn't go lower, 0.75.
Wow, that is shockingly low. Actually,
It's a hard pass, bro.
Oh, did I eat too many M&Ms? Or did my heart get ripped
You
out?
don't eat M&Ms for the candy coating. You eat it for the chocolate. Therefore, find better chocolate.
I will always choose peanut M&Ms over plain M&Ms, but there's something about throwing like a full fun size pack of plain M&Ms in your mouth that is so satisfying.
Yeah.
Okay. But it's
So you're
satisfying
wrong.
for that
You're gonna-
candy
so you're gonna
coating.
change it, right? Change
For
it?
that
Change the
candy
score?
coating.
Change
You
the score.
pop, and
Change
then
the score.
you could even just like crunch spit
Yeah.
for,
Crunch spit.
for plain M&Ms.
Yeah.
Crunch that coating
And then
spit it
spit it out.
Yeah.
Well,
brother.
that's if I'm at like a M&M winery.
Yeah, saloon.
They have my spittoon at the...
Yeah.
All right, now let's talk about this.
Yes.
Okay. Please make it up to me like Greg
Let's
did.
talk about peanut M&Ms.
We need to talk about peanut M&Ms.
It is insane how close, what minor difference you can do to propel a candy into greatness.
Yeah.
So essentially all they did was add a peanut.
Yep.
But it changed.
Ratios. The
Yep.
ratios.
Ratios changed. Holy Trinity. This peanut M&M is the Holy Trinity.
Yeah, it
is
is.
so good. You get the candy coating crunch. You get a creaminess from the chocolate. You don't get the flavor at all.
Yeah.
And then you get the crunch and the saltiness from the peanut.
Saltiness.
It is just so
Yeah.
good. This is one of the candy greats.
Yeah.
This is like almost
Undeniably.
untouchable.
Mount
good.
Cushmore.
Greg is on fire today.
I am not a chocolate person. Therefore, I cannot give this a 5.
I understand.
So you could give it a 6 though, right?
I give peanut M&Ms
Oh my God.
a 4.5.
God damn.
Very
That is
good.
solid
That's very
business.
good. I mean, I'd have to check what the highest, if you remember, what the highest you've ever. And he just ate one after he gave the score.
yeah.
It's a really
Just for
good
drama.
I would
wasn't even an M&M.
Yeah.
When I think back, I have so much regret on like things I score.
Yeah.
Because I know for a fact that I love Jelly Bellies more than I love peanut M&Ms.
Yeah.
But we were judging Jelly Bellies by overall.
Exactly. So like the thing I'm battling with is what if I gave Jelly Bellies a lower score? Am I saying that peanut M&Ms are better than Jelly Bellies?
Yeah.
No, but we have to be fair. And then we do it in a vacuum kind of. And it's because I don't have Jelly Bellies to compare right now. So I don't know. That was my struggle. But
I've had to defend that to people too, of like, I can give something a higher score, but I prefer much more a candy that I gave a lower score to.
Yeah.
Yes, totally.
People don't get us.
I think this was a very fair score.
Yeah, I agree.
4.5.
Yeah, I agree.
It is an excellent candy.
It's as close as you can give a chocolate. The highest you can give a chocolate candy.
Totally.
Yeah.
All right.
I respect that.
Let's hear these 2 5s. Go.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, I guess that's a 10.
Yeah.
So this is finally, I picked a candy that I came in hyping it up.
Yeah.
That actually delivered, except apparently
50%.
the plain to
Yeah,
you guys.
yeah.
I give the plain a much higher score than both of you because there's something about I like the chocolate flavor. I like the texture. It's not the best M&M, but it's better than so many other candies. So for plain, I'd give a 4.6.
Okay.
I think it's real. I mean,
That's
I
way too high.
have to defend a plain M&M.
Yes.
They're
Yeah.
so good.
Yeah.
Like you're not that into chocolate. I don't know what your deal is.
Yeah, I'm an anomaly.
You are, and you know good chocolate.
It's not great chocolate, but it is the perfect kind of chocolate for the situation. I think they're best enjoyed
wafting them down.
Yeah. As people say.
Yeah.
Right.
I think that's how they're best enjoyed. But now the one we really are here to talk about, the peanut M&M. I mean, it's all been said. It is the perfect version of a junky candy. It keeps you wanting more. The ratio's perfect. So I had to take into consideration that there probably is out there the perfect peanut M&M where the ratios are exactly the same, but the chocolate is better. The peanut, I guess, is better. The shell is better.
But we hit the Trinity.
Yeah.
Regardless.
It's all there.
Like,
it's all
you can
there.
diminish the Trinity. It's still the Trinity.
It's still the Trinity.
I couldn't go all the way. My previously highest rated one was the mini Reese's Cups, which I think I gave a 4.95 or something like that.
Yeah, I think you did. Yeah, I got dangerously close.
I give this a 4.99.
Wow.
Is what I give the peanut M&Ms.
Why not just the 5 at that point?
Because there is maybe out there the perfect thing.
Okay.
You encouraged me that I had to be objective about this, that it's not great chocolate.
Yeah.
No.
But it works perfectly here, but maybe there is the great chocolate version out there, and that would be the 5.
Okay.
This is 4.99. It's everything. I might never find the 5.
Yeah. We're all chasing that 5.
We're all chasing well, Greg's found a few.
Yeah.
Greg knows what
I'm
he
very
likes.
generous. Yeah.
But as a strictly objective, of just looking at this clinically and in a vacuum, it's a 4.99 because it's not perfect in a objective sense. It's perfect for what it is. So it's a 4.99. It's perfect for me.
Okay.
I may never go higher than that ever.
That's the existential crisis for me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Will anything ever get a 5 for me?
Even when Nadav was on in the Twix episode, he brought up like there's probably the perfect piece of fudge out there in some small shop in like the mountains of Colorado.
Yeah.
Or some hotel where some people may have been murdered. But maybe it's out there, but like that would be it. But this mass-produced stuff, it's not going to get better than this.
There are like certain flavors of saltwater taffy because like everybody can make their own saltwater taffy that I've taken a bite of. Like, oh, this is the best thing I've ever had in my life, and it's gone in a second. And it's just like a random shop.
Yeah. It's the Ratatouille rules. If it hasn't been touched by a rat, I won't eat it. It won't be a 5.
Yeah.
But like there could be some person in the apartment next door to me that makes the perfect M&M as a hobby.
Yeah.
But I will never speak to my neighbors, so I'm never going to have it. They hate me after what I did to their front porch.
Yeah, I M&M'd it. I M&M'd all over their lawn.
Like honestly, I don't know if I will ever go higher than this score. Like this is, it's kind of sad. Like it might not get any better than this for me.
It won't. It's all downhill.
That's it for you, pal.
That's been the end of Candy is Dandy.
That's it.
Like I feel weird even not giving it a 5, but I have to be objective. It's not perfect, but it's great.
And on that note, you've been surprised buy so many candies you didn't expect to like.
Yeah.
So $4.99, but you never know. You might have another $4.98, $4.99.
That's the thing. For something that's like a chewy or I'm not gonna be like, oh, this isn't a freshly plucked from the chewy tree.
Yeah.
Like some company might like a Mamba or something. Maybe I'll give that a 5 if I really like it. I've never had a Mamba, but I don't know. Like for chocolate, can be objectively good or objectively bad, but like gummy stuff is kind of it's a made up thing, so it's kind of all over the place.
Yeah,
totally.
I think I'm
really strong showing.
I'm proud of your
restraint.
Your restraint of 0.01.
This has got to be the highest average.
Yeah. I think it is.
Hands down.
Yeah, I think it is.
The
peanut
plane.
M&M.
The plane. Yeah, the plane.
Nope. That's got to be the lowest.
This is certainly the most anyone's ever thought about a plain M&M before.
Yeah, seriously. We only did plain M&M, let's be real, to get to peanut. Yeah, that's the only reason.
We had to walk over the M&M. We had to crawl over the M&Ms that I dropped on the floor.
By the way.
So that we could run over the peanut M&Ms. So, all right, well, would you be excited to get these on Halloween?
Every single year. Yeah.
Both kinds.
Yeah, no.
Not even a plane you wouldn't be excited
I would.
to get
I do. I prefer the fun size little packs they give you. I like those because that's a good amount.
I think for plain, it has to be either the fun size or a lot.
Right.
Because like I said, I want to be shoveling them into my mouth.
Yeah.
So like the regular sized bag is kind of like a little too much, not enough.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I agree with you.
Totally. I would be excited for the peanut. The plain fun size, I've been known to just like and dump those in my mouth.
Oh,
yeah.
Easy.
Unfortunately,
only like 4 fit in one of those bags.
Yeah. Which,
whatever. That's
all you need. And then you're like, oh, yeah.
I hate these.
I don't like these. Why did I do that? I should have went for the York PP.
York PP.
Oh, this is a 4.99. This isn't a 5. I've had plenty. Yeah, of course I'd be excited to get both of these on Halloween. Yeah. So we already did our pre-show plug. So now let's go straight to the game. Okay. This is exciting. This is a one-time only brand new game in honor of this episode called Synesthesia. I Can Hardly Taste You.
Oh my God. Okay.
All right.
So Melissa put into 3 opaque pouches for each of us. Different colored plain M&Ms. We are going to each get one bag we'll have 3 bags. We'll go 1, bag 2, bag 3.
Okay.
Each of our ones has the same color. We will close our eyes, dump it in our mouths, and try to determine just by taste what the color M&M it is that we're eating.
Okay.
So you're going to want to suck on it, not crunch it. Potato. I have more potato bread actually for you.
This is how we do it. This is how we come out on top.
So it's all going to be I'll drop into the recording afterward what each color, or we'll record it and drop it in so that the listener knows.
Is it written or something? How
it
do
is
you
written.
Know?
We have on pieces of paper, so read after we make our guesses what they are. So I'm gonna give these out to us all.
The sacks smell earthy.
Yeah, I dropped those on the floor too.
Yeah, I dropped them on the earth.
All right, we are now going to try number 1. So let's close our eyes. Don't open it yet.
Okay.
Close our eyes, open it up, dump it in your mouth or in your hand.
Yeah, I was going to say, can I hand to mouth?
Oh, you can hand to mouth, but it might melt in one of the two.
Are you ready?
Hand to mouth. Green. Oh, wow. I have no idea. I'm getting a definite, I'm tasting blue.
Yeah.
I guess we can open our eyes because we have them in our mouths. But I'm tasting blue.
I'm tasting sugar.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's blue.
Do they make yellow in the normals?
Let me say again what the options are.
Yeah, my brain wants to say blue.
And then it's right into bad chocolate.
I suck my way into bad chocolate.
I'm leaning like a red, yellow, orange.
My brain's saying blue, but I'm wondering if it's because he said blue or not.
Okay, yeah, I shouldn't have said that.
That's
so
okay.
the options we have, the standard lineup is either red, brown, orange, green, yellow, and blue.
Okay.
So
I'm gonna go orange. You glad to see me?
Blue, if I was green, I would die. What song are you going to do, Greg?
Blue.
There's
Blue Moon. I've got so many blues for you,
blue Christmas.
Okay. Most of them are Elvis songs.
Yeah.
So I choose. So we got 2 blues and a
orange.
Okay, so
are we going to find out right now?
yeah, we're going to find out right now.
Great.
Let's see what it was. It was green.
Green.
Nobody got it.
Yeah.
It really tasted blue.
I was tasting warm, not cool.
I was tasting cool. That's kind of weird.
Yeah.
Like it kind of was giving me blue raspberry sensations, Well, all right. So let's close. All right, let's cleanse our palates.
Okay.
For the record, doesn't taste like
anything,
a fruit or anything like that.
No, it
that's
doesn't.
What you're going
There's
after.
no corresponding like flavor to
But there
color.
are people who claim they can. I mean, maybe these people have synesthesia, but like there are people who claim that they can discern which one's which.
Isn't part of synesthesia seeing it and then tasting it?
You're gonna look as he looks at the color.
Yeah, like this blue here.
No, I think you could. I mean,
like they can close their eyes and still taste the color.
Taste something and say, "Oh, this tastes yellow."
Okay, all right.
All right. So now let's close our eyes. Wait, Greg is drinking water.
I'm ready.
Drink it with your mouth closed while you drink your water. Okay, eyes are closed. Dump it in our hands. And now in the mouth. Yellow.
Okay.
This one's feeling different to me.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, right? It's almost like the coating is different.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Grainy.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to say orange.
Muted.
I'm going to say brown.
Orange
I'm
on this
saying
one.
brown too.
Brown.
Wow.
Minded, melded brothers.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, 2 browns and an orange. All right, let's see. By the way, if anyone gets any of this, we got to donate our brains to science.
A 1 in 6 chance or whatever, however many
Okay,
colors.
so 2 browns and an orange. This one was yellow. I was
I
close. Yellow's orange. I guess maybe yellow and brown is orange.
I'm closer on the spectrum than you guys.
All right, let's cleanse ourselves.
Okay.
Amen.
Yeah. Confess.
So whoever gets this one wins. So let's close our eyes.
Okay.
Put it in your hand.
What were the actual colors? So we have
Yeah. One more time.
So
that we guessed.
nobody, wait, don't open it yet.
The first
Greg.
one was
right.
green, and the second one was orange or yellow.
There might be, Melissa might have
Nah,
put 2 of the same.
no
You
way.
think
She
she
would
wouldn't
never do
Yeah.
that. She loves us. We're her babies.
So it could be red, brown, orange, green, yellow, and blue. And we've already done
Green
and yellow.
Okay.
she doesn't do repeats?
She could.
There's no
There's
way.
nothing. Nobody
no
knows
way.
what Melissa's going to do.
God damn it.
All right,
Okay.
close
no
your
way.
eyes. Put it in your hand. Put it in your mouth.
I don't even have to guess. I already know.
Yeah.
Brown.
Boom.
Come on, Melissa. Leave a note for me. Hidden in the thing.
There's no way you
Yeah,
don't
that's
choose this one.
Some of the M&Ms are marked.
Yeah.
Has a sewing needle sticking out. That one, I know we've already done green.
No, Daniel, don't say green.
I'm going to say green. That one tasted green to me.
That's improbable.
Yeah.
You don't know my wife. You don't know what she's capable of. What if she put all of them are red?
Yeah.
I don't want to. I'm too tired to do this. And she just put red in all of them.
I'm going to say blue.
Blue.
I'm going to say red because it's too iconic.
Yeah.
Red, blue,
Not because it
green.
tasted red.
Somebody's got to be right here.
Yeah.
Okay, the final one.
agree.
Not green. If it's green, I'm going to go fight Melissa.
Yeah.
It's brown.
Son of a
Nobody
bitch.
got any of them.
Nobody got any.
We danced around all of them. How did we not even just by luck get anything?
Yeah.
I know.
All right,
Yeah.
well,
That's
Wow.
we don't have synesthesia. We've
I told you.
well, that proved it.
Yeah.
So
Medically.
that's
Yeah, medically, yeah. This is the test.
yeah, this was sanctioned by the American Heart Association. So that was our M&M's episode. Now, but what's really fun about this is that now we can start doing the fun sizes of the varieties of M&M's that come out, the crazy ones.
Oh, yeah.
We've unlocked that achievement. New level unlocked. Oh, now and we can also do it as Captain Falcon. So yeah, the high showing. Maybe the highest for a chocolate-based thing. Maybe a Reese's was more. I don't know.
I think it's the highest candy, period, and the highest chocolate, obviously.
Wait, yeah, maybe. Ghirardelli was high.
Ghirardelli was high. Look was high.
Yeah.
Look was skewed, but high.
Yeah.
Oh,
it's
maybe
high.
Ghirardelli has no, this one has to have a better average because there's no way you guys went over 4.5 for Ghirardelli.
I don't think I did.
Maybe not.
I
maybe
went closer to like
4.4.
4. Yeah, I went
Yeah.
closer to 4.
I went 4.499999.
I know for a fact this is my first 4. I think my first 4.5.
Well,
This is a really high
Tune
score.
in next stop of the
Yeah.
show
Yeah.
where we apologize for accidentally doing a Jamaican accent. We don't say we like
Couple other
crunchy.
things.
So, go grab yourselves a pouch.
Yeah. Go to Costco.
Get a
Go to Costco,
bucket.
get a bucket. What size you want? What size do you want? He gets the bucket. You got. What do you want?
Oh,
What
I
size
want
do
like
you
they drop it from helicopters for war. The boxes,
Yeah.
the crates. Yeah, I
He
want a
needs
crate.
he just wants a lifetime supply.
Yeah. Endless funnel.
Shipped to his home. Mhm.
Yeah.
I thought you were gonna say like how they put out wildfires. And it's just
Yeah.
like loose red
Yeah.
M&Ms
I'm just
coming.
like laying on my back with my mouth open.
The boy is on
The
fire.
boy.
Would that kill you? That'd probably kill you.
Yeah, probably.
If you had that many M&Ms dumped on
It'd
you.
mess you up pretty bad. If it didn't.
Well, what doesn't kill you makes you hungrier, though. So, let's
True.
try.
Yeah. Call the Air Force.